Hello traders, welcome back to the Forex channel. Today I'm going to go through my biggest Forex win so far. But yeah, I've been trading for around 2 years now. At the start was obviously losing money for the first, I'd say, year or so. You know, I did get lucky a few times when I used to just try and flip the account pretty much. And I did get lucky a few times. But overall, I was just losing money for a whole year at least. At the start, I was following signals, just making all the wrong choices, you know, risking 50% of the account per trade when really I couldn't afford to do so, which did result in a lot of losses. But now, you know, we're back on track, making profit monthly, weekly, and yeah, making decent profit as well, as you'll see in this video. But yeah, I'm going to go through how much I've made in my biggest day trading Forex, or gold. This trade was actually on the 28th of June, so quite a few months ago now. But this is when I was doing an account flip as well. I think I did it 3k, I think it was 3k, and then it ended up at 12k. I think I withdrew the original 3,000 plus £2,000 profit from that account, and it's still going. What I personally like to do is actually trade the smaller accounts, but risk a larger percentage, because if you've got £20,000 in an account, you can trade it the same as a £100,000 account. You don't need that 80,000 extra in the account if you've got a higher leverage, because, you know, instead of risking 1%, you could just risk 5%. You're risking the same amount per trade, because if you've got that 100,000, why not just trade with 20,000, invest the 80,000 in other things which are giving you passive income whilst you're making money, risking that £1,000 per trade on a 20 grand account. You know, that's what I'd rather do, rather than just having everything in one brokerage account, when for margin requirements you don't even need to have that 100,000 in there, because usually you have that 100,000 because you need the buying power of that 100,000. But when you've got a high leverage, you don't actually need that. So that's what I personally do. Obviously I'm not trying to recommend anything to anyone, but this is just how I personally trade, with a smaller account, with smaller account balance. Okay, so if we actually go on the charts now and go over this trade, so it was on gold, as you did probably expect, because I do trade gold quite a bit. But, you know, most of my trades taken on half an hour, 4 hour, that sort of thing. And this one was the same. So you see the whole week before, pretty much, yeah, 10 days before, we had this massive range. And, you know, when we have this sort of consolidation build up, you know, there's going to be a decent sized move coming. So this is what we did expect. So obvious areas of interest, you know, we've got this level down here where we do have this order block, you could say imbalance, that's hasn't been filled yet. You also have another order block here. You know, you have all these areas of interest. However, that one did get filled. So now we've got this area down here which we could see price come into. And I'm not going to go into the full entry here, because I'm just trying to talk about how much I made and how I made that money. But if you do want all the analysis and stuff, my mentorship is in the description, or my signal group. This was actually sent in the signal group on the 28th of June, which made 5%. But I entered this trade at 1780.07, something like that. I will put a screenshot up after I've showed this. You can see I always use a 30 pip stop. So let's adjust that to 30 pips. So you've got a 30 pip stop there. You know, this stop pretty much placed above this wick here. So, you know, this imbalance hasn't all been filled, but, you know, pretty much all been filled. But if we break above this wick, then we could see this order block up here be taken. You could even see this area up here come up to test these sort of areas up here. However, if price does hold this level below this wick here, then we are still looking for price to make a move to the downside, which is what we did expect to happen. So if we actually play price on now, this is my entry. You can see that price tapped into the entry again, and then this is where price collapsed. You know, coming into Tokyo session, we're already up to over 2%, and then coming into London session the next day, you know, we held the trade, entered late New York the day before. London session, we had that push down, and then coming into New York, we had an extra push, and this is New York down here. So we had that rejection of this area, and then a push back up. Because remember what I said in one of my last videos, London push down and then New York push up. That's how it works. You have the fake out and then the real push. And then price just carried on, and then made a move to the upside. But the area which I actually made the money was this drop here. And, you know, I didn't hold to the full move down here. We did close. For this move down here, we made around £3,100, £3,200. And then we did actually get another entry, I think on one of these pullbacks here, a move down, I think it might have been this one, a move down to 1760, which made us an extra £400 to bring the total for this day, for this one trade, £3,624 in one trade. You know, it doesn't seem like a lot compared to these guru traders, but I am only 18, so bear that in mind. And as you see from the screenshot, I'll put it up here, you can see we made a £1,963, 37 pence withdrawal as well. So, you know, when you're making this profit, you've got to actually realize the profit. So instead of just having it sit in an account, take some of it out, spend it. Obviously don't spend all of it, invest it, but maybe spend, I don't know, 5% of it, just so you see the rewards from the market and it's not just a number in an empty FOREX account. But yeah, as you see, withdrew pretty much just over half of it, and then we entered the 2 scalp trades, which made an extra £400 after the withdrawal, which brought the day to 3.6k. You know, I have had days which have been close. I think I had a 2.8k day trading US30, put screenshot up here. We have had some big days trading gold as well. We've had £2,000 days. We've had, last week was a 2.4k. We've had numerous 1k days. But I'd say the average win on my account is like £1,000 to £2,000, because you've got the risk amount I use varies, but I'd say around £250 to £500 risk per trade. And normal people wouldn't do it on my account size, but that's how I trade. That's how I've always traded. Smaller accounts, higher risk. It's just how I trade and how I've always traded, so I'm going to stick with that. I don't need to put £200,000 in an account and trade it risking 1%. I just don't need to do it, because I personally enjoy trading like this, so I'm going to carry on trading like this. I might just go for the FTMO max funding next year, and then you'll see some big profit. But this right now is my biggest trade, trading on live funds, live capital, not a demo account. As you see, you can't withdraw from a demo account. On my profile on Instagram, I do actually have this profit tab where you can pretty much see the trades I take in the profit. So you see this day was 1k, this day was 2k, and I actually screen recorded to show it was a live account, as you can see. Then we had 1.5k. This was the trade I'm actually on about in this video. So we had our entries. This was at 5 a.m. They're at 1.5k. At 9 a.m. they're at 3k, and then 3.2k plus the scalps made it 3.6k. And we've had more trades. As you see, I like trading these accounts. 1.2k on US30, 800 on US30, 1.1k on gold, 800, 1.1k, 2.4k. You see, the average winning trade is around £1,000 to £2,000. You see, 1,000. That was a good week. 2.2k and 600. So you see, the average trade £1,000 to £2,000, with the biggest one being 3.6k. So if you actually want a video on my biggest loss, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe. And I hope you guys did enjoy, and it's a bit of motivation for you guys. No bragging, just motivation, because a lot of people ask, how much have you made from trading? So this is a bit of proof of how much money I've made from one trade alone. So if you did enjoy, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.